Welcome, nerds, to the music news for the week. This is a chunk taken out of the much larger full-length show over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Here in the music section, we like to talk about recent releases, upcoming releases, as well as tour dates being announced, festivals being announced, just regular music-associated news and the whatnot. This week in news, this stuff happened. All right, so music section. In the music section, we have a fair amount of new music, some really good new music this week. We also have tours from the likes of Smashing Pumpkins, Godsmack, Avenged Sevenfold, and I mean, honestly, that's about it. So let's get into it, shall we? But we got no confirmations, no refutations. We're just jumping right into new music. This is another new song from Linkin Park, from the Meteora Sessions. The name of the song is Healing Foot. I'm hoping I didn't have some sort of typo because that sounds wrong, but either way, yeah, this is a little bit heavier than the last unreleased song we got from them because of the lyrical content, considering, you know, Chester and all of the things that went down there. So it was a little bit more difficult to listen to, but honestly, I think a better done song. So it's kind of 6 one way and half a dozen the other, right? This is quality. Like I kind of wish this had actually gone on the record, but either way, we have it now. You should go listen to it, even if you're not really a Linkin Park fan, if you just like, it's radio rock. So I mean, if you're a metalhead, generally speaking, radio rock doesn't do much for you. But this one, the lyrically is pretty heavy. So yeah, give it a shot for sure. Our next piece of new music is a newer band called Of Sulfur, band that I'm getting into more and more as each day goes by. The new track is called Wide Open. This one is featuring Howard effing Jones. I actually just did a proper full-length reaction recording for this, so expect that up soon for a more in-depth conversation as to the quality of the song. But if you like heavy music, you should check this out. If you like beautiful Howard Jones style vocals, you should check this out. Oh wow, this is I mean, like, I can't find words. It's too good. Go listen to this song. It's probably not for the faint of heart, but it is for literally everybody else. Also new this week is another track from the band Thy Art Is Murder. The name of this song is Until There Is No Longer. So I've been aware of Thy Art Is Murder for some time. Never really got in depth into any of their catalog, though this song is gonna make me reconsider those thoughts. Really, honestly, I don't know why I haven't really dug into Thy Art Is Murder. I don't dislike them necessarily. They just never were really a thing that I wanted to dig into. But this new track is pretty balls out heavy. It's not going to change anybody's mind. It's not going to, you know, if you don't like heavy music, if you don't like death metal, you're not going to like this song. But this is a great example of modern death. I wouldn't say blackened death, but pretty solid on the death metal note. Yeah, if you're in that vein, this track's for you. And then that brings us over into tours. We have some touring announcements to get into. First up in touring announcements, rather large band called The Smashing Pumpkins. Anyone? So the World is a Vampire Tour 2023 starts July 28th in Las Vegas. They are in Vegas for the first 2 nights of this tour. It runs through September 9th in Noblesville, Indiana. Support coming from Rival Sons, Stone Temple Pilots, and Interpol, which is a really interesting combination of openers. Yeah, like I can see, again, this is another instance of like any individual one of those bands kind of makes sense. Mostly STP, considering it's Smashing Pumpkins, but like Interpol with the, oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, so if you are interested, the tickets are not yet on sale. I could not find a ticket link, but they will go on sale very, very soon. Dates have just been announced, and it usually takes a few days after the announcement before tickets are live. So probably by Friday, I would imagine. Either way, it's pretty huge. Go check it out. Our next tour comes from Godsmack. Godsmack are going on tour with Stained. Again, huge bands making announcements for touring. So this tour starts July 18th in St. Louis, runs through August 31st in Austin, Texas, St. Louis, Missouri, obviously. And yeah, this is just like, I think we're getting close to the end of the Godsmack run because Sully and the boys are not going to be putting out new music. So presumably that also means they're going to start cutting back on their touring because they're smarter than Ozzy, I think is their thought, whatever. Just a huge week for the nostalgia tours. The announcements of all of the things are largely nostalgia acts, which brings us next into Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold, they have a new record coming out. We talked about that last week. Now they have officially announced a tour date with support from the band Alexis on Fire, which totally makes sense. Stained and Godsmack, a little disparate, but close enough. Smashing Pumpkins and Interpol. And who was the other one for the Pumpkins one? Rival Sons, also weird. But yeah, so Avenged Sevenfold, Alexis on Fire, those two bands, I'm pretty sure have toured actually a number of times together at this point. That tour starts July 18th, Camden, New Jersey, runs through August 7th in Vancouver, British Columbia. That's in Canada for all you Americans. And yeah, this is not going to be an extensive tour. I believe there's only like 8 or so dates on it. Again, tickets not yet on sale as the dates were only recently announced. So expect tickets to go on sale within the week if you are interested in any of those. We have nothing for regular ass news, so that brings us right into music suggestion for the week, and that is the new of Sulfur record. Like I said, I've really been getting into these guys a lot recently. The name of the record is The Burden of Faith, of spelled O-V, just like the band name O-V, Sulfur, S-U-L-F-U-R. Yeah. These dudes are some of the heaviest modern stuff around. I really dig it. It's a little bit more kind of new wave American heavy metal and death kind of really mashed in together. Great bedfellows it makes. I just can't stop listening to this record. Honestly, the last couple of days have been of Sulfur. Oh, that's your suggestion. I'm just gonna keep stumbling over words if I don't stop and move on. Once again, nerds, that was a short section that comes from a longer video on the main channel, Generally Nerdy, YouTube or Rumble. Take your pick, I'm on both. You can go find it there. You can go find all of the other news there as well, including the live episode. We do a live episode roughly once a week, every Friday evening. You can join the conversation live, or you can just leave comments here on this one or any of the other ones you find on the Clips channel. Thank you very much, nerds. We've got other news to discuss in other videos, but while we're getting out of here, don't forget that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.